We begin this evening with the story that we've been tracking for months.
That's right. It surrounds the Pure Prairie Poultry plant in Charles City. And we first told you about rising complaints surrounding the mistreatment of chickens. Now, the company claimed it didn't have the money to care for the birds and were in the process of filing bankruptcy with its debt estimated between anywhere $100 million and $500 million. And that's when complaints from former employees poured in claiming they weren't getting paid. And those complaints continue tonight as several employees are still fighting in court to get their fair share.
ABC 6 News reporter Hannah Holland has been covering this story from the very beginning. Hannah, where do things stand tonight?
Yeah, Robin and Maisie, to put it simply, Pure Prairie Poultry is in financial dire straits. It's facing several cases in court, including an involuntary Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing by 4 of the company's creditors, which brought their debt payment plan to a halt.
There's not even enough money to be had to pay all the debt that they owe.
Businesses, farmers, former employees, and more, all on the list of the hundreds of creditors waiting for Pure Prairie Poultry to pay up. While the company was working in Minnesota courts on a plan to pay back their debts, 4 of its creditors filed bankruptcy in federal court, bringing that process to a standstill.
Once bankruptcy occurs, it kind of consumes everything. It takes over everything else. All the other stuff gets set aside.
The filing in federal court, trumping the plan being made in Minnesota. Former employees say they were asked to sign a motion to dismiss, but many weren't interested because they don't believe there's a chance they'll ever get their final paychecks.
If they even sold it for the $50 million that they originally wanted, they still owe over $100 million to people. So that means a lot of people aren't going to get a dime.
All these filings, they say, are just more roadblocks to ever getting what they're owed.
They have no ambition to pay us what they owe us, which is a shame because the hourly colleagues were the ones who put the blood, sweat, and tears into it.
And even if they never see the money, some just hope to see accountability.
I'm just praying there's accountability. That's all I want. Like, I'd happily give up the money they owe me if somebody's held accountable.
The most recent motions made in federal court have been taken under advisement by a judge. A date for their next hearing has not been set yet. Live in the newsroom, Hannah Holland, ABC 6 News.